Chris, welcome to Philadelphia. First of all, we're excited to have you here on the Philadelphia Wings and get to see you play this weekend. So we'll start off with the trade. When you found out you were traded here, what were kind of the emotions and first impressions?
It's always mixed emotions when you get traded. I'd spent 3 seasons with Toronto, and playing for my hometown team was obviously, something that was very, very special to me. But we were struggling this year, and to get traded to a team that's, fighting for a playoff spot and get the ability to play meaningful across down the stretch is such a great opportunity, especially for a guy at my stage in his career. And I talked with Paul Day and we kind of laughed about it. I came awfully close to signing in free agency with Philadelphia a couple of times. So it seems like fate. I seem destined to wear a Wings jersey at some point, and now I have that opportunity and couldn't be more excited about it.
Yeah, you mentioned this team pushing for a playoff spot. I'm sure you caught up on their season. They got off to a hot start, 4-1, and it kind of fallen off here in the last 4 weeks. What can you provide to this team to get back on track?
Well, I think firstly my play on the floor. I'm a defender, and I think with Mitch and I both coming over in the trade, both left-handed defenders, we sort of bring some chemistry that we have built together over the years, and then hopefully provide some shutdown defense, and then on a sort of a higher level, I guess, leadership. I've spent a lot of time in this league. I've been fortunate to win a few championships, and I think maybe a bit of a calming presence when things aren't going well, and just guidance and a little bit of mentorship for the young guys.
Yeah, three-time NLL champion. From your perspective, what does it take to win in this league and kind of progress through the season, the highs and lows, and then ultimately get into the playoffs and make a run?
Yeah, you just said it. Listen, there's highs and lows to every season. With an 18 game schedule, nobody's running the table and having an easy time through playoffs. So listen, you mentioned that Philly's on a bit of a skid right now, and hopefully these trades will sort of be the spark to invigorate things. But I mean, really, it's obviously one having good players, but um, more importantly, is those good players becoming a good team. And it sounds easy, but it's not always the case, right? You can have great, great, talented players, but it's the cohesiveness and team chemistry that sort of comes together that makes them a great team. And then it's about sort of coming together and playing your best lacrosse at the right moment and trying to time that as a fool's errand. But I've been fortunate enough, as I said, to win a few championships, and I always found that we were just catching our stride as we sort of rolled into playoffs. So that's sort of the magic formula that you try and capture.
You've had a long, successful NLL career. What is your leadership style?
That's that's a good question.
Or are you still figuring it out?
You know what? It's it's a tough question to answer. Listen, I can be quite vocal. I struggle to turn it off. I think there's a bit of an adjustment period anytime you get to a new team. But I don't have a ton of that here. You know what I mean? We've only got 7 games left, so it's not like I've got a training camp to feel the guys out in that kind of situation. So I'm just going to try and get real comfortable real soon, so that I can speak up in the locker room. And um, I said too when I talked to the staff after I got traded, I'm big on communication. So you know, whether that's me communicating with the team, communicating with the staff, or vice versa, coming the other way. I just want to encourage that because lacrosse is such an important game of communication on floor, off the floor, breaking it all down. So I would say I'm a vocal leader. It just may take a week or two for me to get my feet wet.
The NLL is made up of such a tight group of you. You all run around in the same circles and played with a lot of the same players. Have you played with certain people in the past there on the Wings or caught up with anyone ahead of coming to Philadelphia this weekend?
Yeah, you're exactly right. You're in this league long enough. You know a few guys. Joey Rez and I used to play summer lacrosse together up in Brampton, Ontario, and actually won a Mann Cup together way back in 2011. So it's nice to be reunited with Joe, who's obviously one of the premier players in this league right now. And he reached out, which was nice of him, as soon as the deal was done and announced, and expressed how happy and excited he was to have both Mitch and I on board. So pretty exciting to to reunite with him. And then yeah, there's a handful of other guys that you just know from playing in the area. Connor Sellers, Phil Caputo. I've touched base with both those guys. So um, yeah, it's good. But I also look at the opportunity to meet a lot of new guys. Actually, a bunch of these younger guys on the wings or guys not from the GTA that I haven't met and just admire their game from afar. And it'll be a great opportunity for me to meet and learn from those guys.
Yeah, you mentioned the young guys, Brennan O'Neill, #1 overall draft pick, and Michael Sowers just made his debut here 2 or 3 weeks ago. What are you looking to kind of mentor them on, see from their games? Too young, obviously star power offensive men.
Yeah, I probably won't be talking too much to those guys at that end of the floor. I think they've got everything figured out that they need to.
Let them do
On
their thing.
yeah, maybe if there's some young D guys that are looking for a hand, I can help them out. But in all seriousness, listen, you know, there's a way to be a pro in this league, and I think that's maybe the one area I can sort of help them with, and it's just showing them about game preparation and managing the body and how you just approach the game in terms of your preparation, right? So there's that element of it. I'm just quite frankly relieved I don't have to play against these guys now because I was supposed to be on the other side of it in a few weeks, and now it's
Yeah.
like okay, phew, I've been seeing what Brennan's been doing to guys all season long, and I'm like that's you dread about getting put on a poster like that. Video comes out, so I guess it's just for practice now, and I don't have to worry about any game film.
Well, we are super excited to have you on our side. Really looking forward to seeing you play this weekend and ultimately leading the Wings to the playoffs here. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you this weekend.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me. Very excited to get out there with the boys.
Awesome.